greatest empire in human history could have been even greater. What if the Romans had discovered electricity 2,000 years before Edison? Today, we dive into an alternate timeline where sparks fly across the 7 hills of Rome, where amphitheaters glow with artificial suns, and where the thunderbolt becomes not just Jupiter's weapon, but Rome's greatest tool of conquest and civilization. This is the story of Imperium Electricus, the Electric Empire. Our story begins not in a laboratory, but in the mines of Hispania, where Roman slaves extract precious metals for the empire's endless appetite for wealth. It's here, in the year 150 BCE, that a Greek philosopher-slave named Alexandros notices something extraordinary. When amber, that golden fossilized tree resin the Romans prize for jewelry, is rubbed against wool, it attracts small metal shavings with an invisible force. But Alexandros goes further. He observes that during thunderstorms, metal tools left near certain rock formations become magnetized, and that lightning seems drawn to specific mineral deposits. Most would dismiss this as the capricious nature of the gods, but Alexandros sees patterns, laws of nature that even Jupiter must obey. He secretly begins experiments in his cramped quarters, using stolen copper wire and fragments of iron. When he manages to create a tiny spark between two metal rods, he doesn't know he's just changed the course of human history forever. Word of Alexandros' strange discoveries reaches Marcus Flavius Electricus, a Roman engineer tasked with improving the empire's infrastructure. Unlike the Greeks, who prefer philosophy over practical application, Marcus sees immediately how this mysterious force could serve Rome's ambitions. He purchases Alexandros and establishes the first electrical workshop in the Subura district of Rome, where coppersmiths and blacksmiths work alongside scholars to understand and harness this power. The breakthrough comes when they discover that certain combinations of metals, copper and zinc, can generate continuous electrical current when immersed in acidic wine. These primitive batteries, which they call Jupiter's boxes, become the foundation of Rome's electrical revolution. Within months, they're lighting the streets of Rome with electric torches powered by these devices, turning night into day across the eternal city. Citizens marvel as the Forum Romanum blazes with artificial sunlight, while senators debate whether this power comes from the gods themselves or from the natural world that Rome now seeks to dominate. But Rome's greatest genius lies not in philosophy or art, but in the art of war. And it doesn't take long for the legions to see electricity's military potential. General Gaius Voltaicus Maximus becomes the first to weaponize this mysterious force, creating the Fulmen Legion, lightning warriors whose very weapons channel electrical power. Their gladii are fitted with copper cores and bronze guards that store electric charge, delivering devastating shocks to enemies upon contact. More ingeniously, Roman siege engineers develop electrical catapults that hurl not just stones, but metal projectiles charged with lightning, creating weapons that kill not through impact alone, but through the very touch of Jupiter's wrath. The psychological effect proves even more powerful than the physical damage. Barbarian tribes flee in terror before warriors who seem to command the storm itself. Roman war cries now include invocations to Electricitas, a new goddess born from humanity's mastery over nature's most terrifying force. Within a generation, every Roman legion carries portable Jupiter's boxes, turning each soldier into a living conduit of divine power, making Rome's military supremacy not just tactical, but seemingly supernatural. With military conquest secured, Roman engineers turned their electrical mastery toward the monumental projects that defined their civilization. The Colosseum becomes the world's first electrically lit arena, where gladiatorial combats now take place under artificial suns that banish shadows from every corner of the amphitheater. Roman aqueducts evolve beyond simple water transport. They now carry electrical current across hundreds of miles, powering distant cities with the energy generated in Rome's central electrical workshops. The Pantheon receives a revolutionary upgrade. Its dome becomes a massive electrical conductor, channeling lightning strikes into underground storage chambers during storms, creating the world's first weather-powered energy grid. Most remarkably, Roman baths transform into therapeutic centers where citizens can experience controlled electrical treatments, believing that Jupiter's power can cure ailments and restore youth. These engineering marvels don't just showcase Roman technical prowess. They demonstrate how electricity becomes woven into the very fabric of Roman daily life. Electricity doesn't just transform Roman engineering, it revolutionizes the empire's entire economic foundation. Traditional crafts evolve dramatically. Pottery kilns now fire at precisely controlled temperatures using electrical heating, producing ceramics of unprecedented quality that become luxury exports throughout the Mediterranean. Roman glassmakers harness electrical furnaces to create crystal-clear vessels that rival modern techniques, while metalworkers use electrical forges to produce steel of superior strength and purity. Agriculture undergoes its own electrical revolution. Roman farmers discover that mild electrical currents stimulate crop growth, leading to harvest yields that can feed an expanding population across 3 continents. The Roman currency itself transforms. Coins now feature electrical symbols, and specialized merchants emerge who trade exclusively in electrical equipment and expertise. Most significantly, Rome establishes the world's first electrical guilds, where master electricians guard their knowledge as jealously as the Praetorian Guard protects the emperor, creating a new aristocracy based not on birth, but on understanding the mysteries of divine lightning. In our timeline, electricity remained hidden for nearly 2 millennia after Rome's fall, waiting for Franklin's kite and Edison's persistence. But imagine a world where Roman eagles soared on wings of lightning, where the Pax Romana extended not just through superior tactics, but through the mastery of nature's most fundamental force. Would Christianity have emerged in a world where Romans seemed to literally command divine power? Would the Dark Ages have existed if electrical knowledge had spread throughout Europe? Would humanity have reached the stars centuries earlier, propelled by Roman engineering enhanced with electrical innovation? These questions remind us that history's greatest turning points often rest on the smallest discoveries: a Greek slave's curiosity about amber, a Roman engineer's practical vision, the willingness to see divine power not as mysterious fate, but as natural law waiting to be harnessed. The Romans gave us roads, law, and empire. In another world, they might have given us the future itself. What other discoveries lie hidden in history's shadows, waiting for the right moment, the right mind to change everything once again?